What's going on, guys? Elisha here. Welcome back to God. Now, the World Cup is over, as you know, and we're in that period of time in the summer where there's just no football. It's kind of like just preseason. The club season hasn't really started. We don't have regular games, and it's just transfer news. I still love all of it. So that's why I'm here. Talk about everything that happened in the past week in the world of football. Let's get right into this. Now, in preseason, a lot of times the star players, not just the star players, but the starting 11 for most teams isn't playing. So it's kind of like trying out the bench, trying out all the reserve players, seeing, what works, seeing what players should get a chance in the starting 11 during the regular season, who should be on the bench a little more. See what works and see what doesn't. It's a time where the coaches can try out different tactics. Maybe players can move to a different position. It's not full-on competition, if you know what I mean. These guys are athletes. They still want to compete. They still want to win every game. But it's not at the same level as when the actual season starts and like the main guys start competing for the team. But nonetheless, in preseason, we get some great goals. We get some big events. Like Shaqiri starting in his debut for Liverpool and scoring a bicycle kick against Manchester United. Now, yes, it's preseason, but it's still scoring a bicycle kick against United, which is scoring a bicycle kick anytime is dope. But again, we can't get too ahead of ourselves. Like Shaqiri, obviously, is a good player, played well for Switzerland in the World Cup and now signed for Liverpool. Strong guy, physically just powerhouse. But you can't put too much expectations or expect that whatever he does in preseason is going to be the same thing during the regular season. Don't be a pessimist either about it. But I'm curious to see what curious is the right word, to see what he's going to do with Liverpool. Like, I want to see how he's going to fit into that offensive lineup. This should be an interesting season. There's a lot of standout players from the World Cup and who we kind of know from before and who are coming into the Premier League now. Not just the Premier League, but it's like Renato Sanchez, quote-unquote prodigy, who went to Bayern and then we don't know what happened to him, and he went to Swansea on loan. Apparently had a terrible time there, and now he's back with Bayern. We don't know what's going to happen. He's pretty young. He was a standout player in the Euros in 2016 and then went to Bayern and everything kind of went downhill. But now he's back, a little more mature. He's learned a lot probably from being in the Premier League and from his time at Swansea. So we can only expect him to learn from all of it, come back bigger and better, and show what he's worth. Because I definitely think that he's a great player, great young player. He should be up there with the Gabriel Jesus and the Sanés and the Mbappés. He has that capability. So let's see if he can prove himself this upcoming season. And something I thought was interesting, Wayne Rooney just had his first game for DC United in the MLS. He's now in the US. Now the MLS doesn't have the same season schedule as the other leagues in the world. They start out a little bit later, like March, April, I believe. And it's weird because during the World Cup, the MLS was still going on. So they need to reevaluate that whole thing. And now the transfer of the week, whole lot of controversy around this. Malcom signed for Barcelona from Bordeaux. Now here's the deal. Malcom already had an agreement with Roma to sign for them, and reportedly he was on his way to Roma. Fans were in the airport waiting for him to arrive when Barca made an offer to Bordeaux, who kind of beat Roma's offer, and Bordeaux was like, wait a minute, skirt. Everybody just stop right there. Malcom isn't going anywhere, and they took Barca's offer over Roma's, and Roma was kind of just left hanging like we had him, and he just slipped. Barca just intercepted. Like, you guys remember in the NBA Finals a couple years ago when Andre Iguodala running down the court, about to lay it up. LeBron chase down blocking,
up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James.
clapped it on the backboard. That's exactly what Barca did just now. Chase down block, took Malcom, bah, give me that. And now in preseason, he already has his first goal for the club. It was a penalty, and he's looking decent so far. Savage. Barca's savage. That's what we do. That's what we do. We get what we want. Barca love them some Brazilian players. They got Arthur this summer, now Malcom, Coutinho, last year, Paulinho. Barcelona, in their history, have spent like $550 million on Brazilian players alone. That includes like Neymar, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, all these guys. Everybody wants a Brazilian on their team. You know, it's just in their blood. You can't not want them on your team. And also, look who wants to come back to Juventus. Bonucci is asking for AC Milan to send him right back to his old club. I'm not saying that it's because a certain Portuguese player is now on his team, but that might be a little extra motivation. Bonucci's like, man, Ronaldo is back on my team. I want to stay with Milan. Like, we're playing Champions League. We're not playing Europa League with AC Milan. We about to play Champions League. I want to be with Juventus. And the talk is that if he goes back to Juventus, that is gonna be a package deal that includes Higuain going to AC Milan. The title slipped from Napoli's fingers this season, and Higuain could have made a really big impact. I don't know why he just decided to join like the strongest team in the league after his team almost won the, like, he could have helped them out so much, but he decided to join an already stacked team. Now he might be getting traded to Milan has been through a phase in the past few years, in the past 6-7 years or so, where they haven't been as strong. After Ronaldinho and them left, they haven't been as strong as they used to be. But they're recovering. Gattuso is now the coach. They're rebuilding the team. They're doing pretty well. But again, it's a process, and Higuain is not getting any younger. Going to that team is definitely a move backwards for him. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Bonucci wants to go back to Juventus just because Ronaldo's there? Should Higuain just go back to Napoli? Forget about Juve and AC Milan. Go back to where he kind of made his name. Now, let's talk about some kits. This week, we only had 2 that came out, which was Arsenal's third, which was fire. I like that whole mint thing they're going on. I'm not a big fan of the polo collars. I like the crew necks better. Now, the second one is PSG's new away kit. And when I saw this picture of Neymar, I saw this picture of Mbappe, did they move to Real Madrid overnight or something? It looks exactly the same. I mean, they're sponsored by the same company, and the white and just the structure of the whole shirt, it looks really like Real Madrid's first kit. But it's fire nonetheless. The gold emblem and everything, like the little gold accents on it, gives it a different touch. It's class. I like. Mi piace. But yeah, like I said, some uneventful times in football. No games yet. Really close to the Premier League starts in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now. So hang on there. Hang on. We're almost there. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like. But if you didn't, drop a dislike. But make sure you let me know why in the comments below. Also, check out the music. Check out Goal's social media pages in the description. And I'll see you guys next time right here on Goal. Peace.